Hey everyone, this is Lomi and I am doing another prompt video, and I actually decided that I was just going to film a bunch of them all in one day, so my studio has not changed at all from the last time I made a video. I figured it was just going to be the easiest way to do that. So my companion for this topic is going to be Rillin, and he's so cute. He is a Lati doll blue Ray Christopher, and he is a monstrous hybrid. He's a Mayu doll, a body with custom arms and hands that I sculpted myself, and then resin sole sui legs that I modified to fit. So he's a mess, but I love him and he's very cute. So the subject of this prompt was another one that people really seemed to like when I put up the poll about which ones I should cover. And this one is about hobby fears. And I feel like some of my hobby fears are probably pretty typical, pretty standard. But I have one that may not be quite as common. Maybe among creatives like me. I spend so much of my hobby doing projects and sharing those projects here, so it may be a little bit different, but maybe some creators can relate. I feel like for a lot of people, they would fear damage to their dolls a lot. I'm not really afraid of damage because a huge part of my hobby is kind of wrecking dolls, and I've said several times that my unofficial channel slogan is ruining dolls so you don't have to. I've come close on a few. I really have. I'm sure there are people out there who think I've had comments saying people think that I just destroy my dolls, but I'm happy with them. You don't have to be. But because I have that really adventurous streak with the modifications and the ambitious hybrids and sculpting my own parts and things, I'm not really afraid of damage. I genuinely believe that pretty much anything can be fixed. What I do fear in this hobby is that at some point something might happen to one of my dolls that puts fixing them or replacing them outside my reach. Quite a few of my dolls now are sculpts that would be really difficult to replace. Like, just looking up here at the top, it's like the little fees, they're sometimes available. So like Lulu, I could probably replace her. So like for Little Rune, who is a Zoom and Fairyland hybrid, and they're both discontinued dolls, that would be really hard for me to replace him. And Little Vaughn is a minifig Harsh, which was discontinued. Little Pharrell, she's a Chloe. She would easily be replaced. I don't worry about Link up there, who is still unfinished, because I made his head. I can print another one. It's not a big deal. As long as I have the files, and I've sent the files to other people so that they can print their own. So I know, I can always tag one of them. It's in other places. I can be like, hey, send me that file back. I lost my data. I need to be able to print a new Link head. I'm secure in that. That's not a problem. But if something were to happen to Rillin, Lati Doll has discontinued their blue line, I think it's been 10 years ago. And if something happened to Rillin, heaven forbid we had a house fire, or if the doll was stolen or something, I very well may never be able to find another Ray Christopher head. So even though I know I could get replacement resin sole legs, I could get the Mayu body, I could remake the hands and the arms, what would I do if I can't get the head that I love so much, that, he was my grail doll for a long time, because I honestly never thought I would be able to find one. And it's that fear that one of my dolls that is really rare or long discontinued, that something might happen that would make them disappear from my life, and then I wouldn't be able to replace or remake that doll. But I think that one is probably pretty common, and I can't think of many other things that I feel like I would share with other hobbyists, because, it's like I'm not afraid of chipping a face up. I'm not afraid of losing doll eyes. I'm not worried about clothes leaving stains. That kind of stuff, I can fix all that. It doesn't scare me. But I think what is actually my biggest hobby fear is the one that's a little bit more unique to the creators. That one is kind of hard to deal with because I don't know if it's even within my power to do anything about it. But that fear is that, so much of what I do here is based on helping other people learn to do stuff. Like, all of my sewing patterns that I create, I give those away, with the exception of one, which there's a story about that pattern, and which, but, like, everything that I do here is based on helping other people see how I do things and trying to share some of my adventurous spirit and the confidence that I have in my face-ups, my modifications, just that willingness to experiment. I want to help people. And I think probably my biggest hobby fear is that people who need the information that I work to make available won't be able to find it. And this is an interesting thing in this age of, like, everything is algorithm based. And my channel has not been tickling the algorithm for a very long time, which I don't really care because I do this for fun for me, but it is important to me that I'm able to help people, that I'm able to assist people in gaining confidence, that I can answer questions about, what materials to use, or how you do an elf ear modification, or how you put together a pattern. There are people out there already who would really benefit from the resources that I have been able to provide. And for some reason or another, I don't reach them. And so I feel like my biggest hobby fear is not being able to help other hobbyists that I know I could help. I want to assist people in whatever way that I can. So, every now and then I'll see something in a group like BJD Addicts or on Den of Angels or something like that. And it's just one of those things that it'll just happen across my feed because I am looking at the right time at lunch or whatever, and it pops up as having new activity. And I'll see somebody recommend something from my channel, and somebody will reply to them and be like, "Oh my gosh, how did I not know about this channel?" And I'm like, "How did you not know about the channel? How am I not doing a good job of finding the people that need me?" And I know that part of that is very much outside of my control. I cannot make people find me. I cannot make the people who want free mini-fee sewing patterns find their way to my website where I have free mini-fee sewing patterns. It's very much, it's chance. Are there other platforms that I could be on that might make me more visible? Yeah, there probably are. I don't do a very good job of, outreach, but it's because my time is already so limited. And on the whole, I'm okay with that, It's like, we're here for a good time, not for a long time. So you have to make the best of the time that you have, and I enjoy spending my time making what resources that I can to help people. But I do worry sometimes that maybe I could be doing more to provide assistance. I try to answer people when they reach out to me personally for help or for advice. I have taken on many commissions that I probably did not have time to do just because I really wanted to be able to help people. And maybe that says something about me because I admit that I'm one of those people that I have trouble saying no when I know something isn't ideal for me, but I don't want to let anybody down. So yeah, I guess those are just, the two big ones for me, like losing a doll that can't be replaced and not being able to assist the people who would benefit from having access to my experience and the resources that I provide for the community. Other than that, I'm not really afraid of much. I mean, I'm afraid of other things, like I'm afraid of heights and clowns. But hobby-wise, that's pretty much it. So yeah, those are my hobby fears, and I'm interested to know if anybody can relate with those. So if you have done this prompt, or if you would like to do it, and then share a link to your video on this subject in the comments, then that would be super, and I encourage you to do that so that we can all see. And if you're not like a video making kind of person, then by all means just leave a comment down below talking about your feelings and your fears, and we'll go from there. But I'd like to hear from you, and I hope you take the time to leave me a message. But thanks for joining me again, and I'll see you again soon with some new doll projects. So take care, and I'll see you next time.